hybrid Board of Trustees meeting being held both in person and virtually. Oh, he is, wonderful, thank you. Plan B, wonderful. Yay, this meeting has been made accessible to members of the public on the link at the Moreland School District website and on board docs. Any person who requires accommodations to access the meeting has been asked to contact the superintendent's office within 24 hours of this meeting. This meeting is being recorded and may be published online at a later date. Let's do the flag salute. Please join me. Begin.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
I will report out that there was no action taken this evening in closed session and move to approval of the agenda.
I'll make a motion to approve the agenda.
I'll second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Comments from the public. Shreeram.
Members of the public may address the board on any subject of concern to you, including those not on tonight's agenda. However, provisions of the Brown Act preclude any action as an unagendized item. No response is required or permitted from the board or district staff. And as already stated, no action can be taken. The board, however, may instruct the superintendent to follow up, which may or may not include placing the item on a future meeting's agenda. If you would like to address the board this evening, please complete the blue public comment card within the first 15 minutes of the board meeting being called to order in public session. On the card, please list the agenda items that you would like to speak to. If your comments do not pertain to an agendized item, please write public comment. When your name is called, please come to the podium and state your name and organization that you're representing. Comments are limited to 3 minutes for the board governance manual. And do we have public comments? No public comments today.
Thank you. All right, moving right along to the superintendent's report. Dr. Todd.
Okay, well, we had a really amazing 30-second video that we wanted to show you with our leadership team getting ready for school. It had more than 350 likes and 13,000 views on social media, which Maureen can tell you is a really big deal. It's a really big deal. I just want to say hello to Michelle Ellison. She's our MTA president for this year, eighth grade teacher over at Moreland Middle School. And then Fran English, she is our new director of special education. She's got over 32 years of experience and comes to us from Fremont Unified School District, much bigger than us. She had 3,800 students with disabilities and a $100 million budget, bigger than our budget.
A little bit.
Little bit.
And all of our students.
She did not. So we're excited to have her. Welcome, Fran. Welcome to your new role, Michelle. So we did kick off our 2-day leadership retreat. Was that last week or the week? Last week? Week before? It was the 31st and 1st.
2 weeks
July
ago.
31st and 1st, 2 weeks ago. And we are preparing for kids to return tomorrow. Oh, no, Thursday. This is much better when we have the PowerPoint because we were going to show you the summer projects, cleaning classrooms, working on landscaping. The Latimer has their new playgrounds, 3 new playgrounds for the kinder, for the 1, 2, and then or 1, 2, 3, and the 4, 5. It looks amazing if you haven't had a chance to go by. They're beautiful. We had our new teacher orientation. What do we have? I think we had over 30 people in the room on the 7th. Was that the 7th, I believe? And I got to see some of them today going around to schools, and there's a lot of joy in the air. Yeah, that's what I can say. People were excited. We had our welcome back breakfast yesterday. You all were there. That was fun. We are ready to celebrate the start of school, and then yesterday, after the breakfast, we had over 250 certificated members engage in professional kicked off with a really inspiring keynote from a former teacher, Beatrice Rowan. She used to teach in Moreland. She's now at the County Office of Ed. She did, really helping to just build a strong sense of belonging from the first day children's step on our campuses. It was inspiring, and we had rave reviews from the PD from yesterday. We got a lot of positive feedback from teachers, so we're really proud of that. And I just want to give a shout out to Jen and her team for putting that all together. It was a nice job. And then, of course, the first day of school is the 14th. We've got our back to school nights are already on the calendar, so check those out on our website. And I think with that, I think I'll end the comments since we have no power and we want to make sure it's still light outside when we finish this.
We should do that all the time, by the way.
I
Not for us, actually. In this case,
Is it possible for you to share this lecture with us?
Yeah,
I would love to
email it.
still see
Oh.
it.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yes,
yes.
yes.
Oh, yes, yes,
Wonderful.
absolutely.
And kind of, yes, thank you.
And
Okay,
we'll post it for the public and.
perfect. Board members' communications.
In the spirit of keeping things quick and fast, new hire orientation attended very well. Awesome. Women's night breakfast, sumptuous, fantastic, high energy. And the end.
I had the pleasure of going to the welcome back breakfast, infectious energy, really excited. Yeah, I'm glad to have this new year start.
I'll pass.
I should have done it right.
And I'll just say that what I did like about the local back breakfast, it's one of the few times we see all the teachers, all the schools, and it's just it's good energy when you can hear the schools kind of cheer for each other or against each other, or however you want to say it, but then you call them out, and to recognize all the other teachers who've had their long tenure here. Really great feeling, brings a lot of energy. It's a good way to start off the year.
I agree with everything that's been said. Just really felt very fortunate, very blessed to be a part of Moreland, especially yesterday, and at the new teacher orientation. Just so much enthusiasm, and really, you can tell that everyone's excited and it's gonna be a good year. And so I'm very thankful. I know a lot of work goes into each of those events. Thank you for all of the work you did to make sure that not only were they a success, but they were beautiful and inviting, and the campuses look amazing, and all of that good stuff. And so, thank you to everyone who made that happen. All right. Moving right along. Action and discussion items. A, approve certificated agreements based on Ed Code, PIPs, STIPs, and internships and emergency credentials. Did I say that right?
We're just asking that the board approve, these teachers who, we did approve it through the, their consent on assignment, so they're able to teach these, but from experience, or they've taught a different subject, or it's part of an elective wheel, and so we're asking that you approve that they teach under these classes, even though it doesn't match their specific credential, but they are qualified to teach them, and there's also a list of hired interns at the bottom that we asked you to approve.
Questions? Comments? A motion to approve?
I'll make a motion to approve the certificate assignments based on Ed Code for the PIPs, with internships and emergency credentials.
In a second?
I'll second it.
Thank you, Sharon. And all in favor?
Aye.
On to approval of non-public school contracts for the 25-26 school year. I cannot get used to that, 25-26.
So I'm doing this blind, but, so I can't get it on my phone either, but, we're asking you to approve the non-public school contracts for the 25-26 school year. This is an annual action, that you take, and this is something that we, have our non-public school contracts go through the county, and so it's, something that we do annually, and so here they are.
Thank
Asking
you.
your approval.
Questions?
This is a continuation of these 4 students from last year into the upcoming school year.
Yes, this is the one with the actual students, so there, if I remember right, there were 3 students at Pace and 1 student at, Esther P. Clark. And, So so these are just renewals, they're continuance, they're not,
Got it. That helps, thank you.
Any other questions, comments? A motion?
I'll make a motion to approve the non-public school contracts for 2025-2026.
I'll second it.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Approval of the master contract, general agreement of, what does that say? Non-sectarian, thank you. Non-public schools and agencies.
this was actually the one I was thinking it was. This is the one that's actually through the county, and it is also an annual, agreement that we make, with our non-public school agencies. So we ask your approval of this. It's basically the master contract that we have to have in order to make those other little agreements that we just passed.
Just curious, if during the school year, for some reason we identify a need for another student to be part of that, then it would come to the board,
Yes,
for,
yes, so, and it has, in the past as, well, we have,
yeah.
if it's a non-public school placement that is over $120,000, it will be in action discussion items.
Okay,
If it were under it, consent.
thank you.
Any other questions? Hearing none, do I have a motion to approve?
I'll make a motion to approve the master contract agreement for non-sectarian schools and agency services.
And a second?
I'll second it.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
On to, contract transportation services agreement.
Right, this is also, for special education, we're asking that you approve the transportation service agreements. We have, two contractors that we're working with here, Adroit and Everdriven. Both contracts are not to exceed $200,000. If you look at the contracts, there's details about what exactly is involved, that they will charge us for. And we need to offer this because we have students, that require transportation that our transportation department is unable to, provide. And so it is required, and some of them, it may be to a Moreland school, but a lot of times it's to one of the MPSs that are out of our area.
And are these like personal, like, is it one car or per student, or is it, yeah?
Yes, both Adroit and Everdriven are more that style, but we do, not here, but we do work with the JPS, and they sometimes carry more than one child at a time.
Any other questions, comments, a motion?
I'll make a motion to approve contract transportation service agreements.
And a second?
I'll second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
On to change order number 1 for Doe's Landscaping and Concrete, Inc.
So, you may have heard there's a big fencing project going on.
Prints it out.
We are getting to the end, so they're doing the punch list. So this is, should be the one and only change order. It is about $330,000, but in the grand scheme of the total project was about 8.5. It's about 3.8%, which is normal within the scope of the work. So we ask you to approve this change order. One of the things too to note is it did come in higher, and our team did negotiate and get it down to reasonable to make sure we're looking at it for a month. So we do ask the board to approve the change order.
Just out of curiosity, Chris, what would an example of the change be?
So certain things, so with any project, sometimes there's unforeseen things that come up. So we need them to do it just because they're digging or whatever. Others are things that we ask. So for example, on some of the fencing, there's cane bolts. So for like a drop off, we can get prop the gates open, which is important. And so we asked them to add those on. So that was an extra cost, obviously, to the project that wasn't anticipated. So it's a variety of things that we asked for and things that just came up in the scope of it.
Thank you.
The project of that size,
Yes.
it makes complete sense that we
Yeah.
will not have thought of absolutely everything in advance.
Other than the change order though, it will have come in essence on budget.
Yeah.
Good job. Absolutely.
Thank you.
And we have a contingency contingency built into it, right, or like,
Yeah, exactly, there's always that kind of 10%, and we're well within that range.
awesome, thank you for all your hard work. Any questions or comments? Hearing none, do I have a motion to approve?
I'll make a motion to approve the change order number 1 for Joe's Landscaping and Concrete.
Second,
I'll second.
all in favor say aye.
Aye.
On to the consent. Any questions or comments on tonight's consent? Hearing none, do I have a motion to approve?
Make a motion to approve the consent items in action.
I'll second.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Okay. Future meeting dates. Here we go.
I will just say we will start doing the, school SIPSAs on September 9th. That will be Moreland Middle School SIPSA will be presented. We will be presenting the opening of school report from the district office. Yes, I drink some water.
Yeah.
That's all I have.
Anything else on future meeting dates? Okay, announcements, reminders, requests?
I did actually just give you, I sent it to Heather, but just for the full board, fall schedule is just trying to track stuff down, and there's a board meeting on the 14th, I know that I'll be out of town for, and so just pass that note on. And so from an agenda plan perspective, if we can just be more, that'd be great.
Thank you for the heads up, that's always helpful. Anything else under announcements, reminders, requests?
I signed up for a couple of the back to school nights for next week.
That's what I was going to point out, is that the Friday report does have all of the sheets for signing up. And
Flooded
yeah.
you.
Yeah. No, it's perfect, because it's a lot easier to just sit down and plug it in. I just have to remind you. Anything else? Do we have, is there a deadline for those forms, or are we just kind of trying to get it done ASAP?
Oh, for the,
For the sign-ups and stuff? No.
No,
Okay.
just as soon as we can.
Okay.
Just the night of the principal election who's coming.
Okay, anything else? We're adjourned and we still don't have power?
That might be a record meeting.
Shortest
though.
15 minutes.
Was that 10 minutes?
Short, Michelle.
Yeah.